Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. Sometimes the explanation of the most dazzling and mysterious magic trick is right there on the surface. The number of magicians in the world is really small. Only one person out of 25,000 people knows how to perform magic tricks. After watching this video, you might be able to become one of them. So are you ready? Here are some of the most famous magic tricks revealed. Number 1 will shock you how surprisingly easy it is, so watch out for that. Houdini's greatest escape. The greatest and most unbelievable of all Houdini's escapes was undoubtedly the one in which he escaped the Chinese water torture cell. In this trick, Houdini was to escape an extraordinary contraption resembling a fish tank. The tank is filled with water, while Houdini is placed head down from where he is clearly seen by the audience. But how did he manage to escape in front of the audience with all those contraptions on its body? The assistants locked Houdini upside down with genuine locks, but what we missed is that they slid the pins out from the hinges holding the locks. Also, the handcuffs were specially designed to open with the application of just a little force, finally making the magician escape.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Can on a card. Making a can or a bottle stand on a card's edge is incredible magic, but it only seems magic until you know the secret behind it. We've all seen great balancing acts shown by magicians on TV shows, but this is a special one. Let us see how it's done. The magician takes a card and places a can on top of it, then does some magical acts of insanity, and there you have it. When you look closely at the card, you'll see that they are 2 cards stuck together and folded from the center that forms a T shape, and that makes it easy for a can or a bottle to stand on top of it. Twisting an iPhone. Have you ever tried to twist your iPhone from its center? Obviously not, but Dynamo has done it in front of people on the streets. He took an iPhone and magically twisted it from its center so that it was seen as half screen and half back position. That's incredibly insane. How did he even do it? Well, here's the actual trick behind it. Dynamo took an exact half back cover of the iPhone and placed it carefully, holding over the screen. Now showing the audience the back of the iPhone at first, he covered the iPhone with both hands, and instead of twisting it, he just rotated the iPhone entirely to the screen side with a half-back cover placed over it. Go try out this trick with your friends and make them scream like crazy. Girl levitating in the air. We all must have seen a beautiful girl levitating in the air on a plank of wood in many magic TV shows or live magical shows as well. We've also seen rods that are passed around the girl to ensure she's not supported by any strings or rods. Now that really is magic, don't you think? But surprisingly, the answer is no, it's just a trick. The plank of wood is supported by a strong hydraulic piston mechanism to hold the plank up in the air. The mechanism is hidden, and the magician steps on the platform and takes his position, and under the foot of the magician, there's a button to control the motion of the plank. But how did he then move the ring around? The answer lies in the S-shaped design of the supporting rod, at which the ring can be passed easily till the end, moving back to the exit of the ring. This proves that there's absolutely no magic in this at all, and it's just an illusion due to clever tricks. Walking on water. We all must have seen Dynamo, who's known as the greatest street magician of the current time, walking on the waters of the River Thames. But have you ever thought, how is it possible for him to do it? Well, the answer surely lies in the plexiglass. Plexiglass, when submerged in water, is almost invisible and hard to find because the density of plexiglass is almost similar to that of water. Plexiglass is supported by plexi tubes, and many magicians have tried similar variants in swimming pools, lakes, and other bodies of water. No matter where this feat is performed, the secret to the trick surely is the plexiglass. Now, when you know this trick, you can share it with your friends too, and tell them how this glass works and how magicians have been making a fool out of us by making us believe they're walking on water. DARCY OAKE'S Dove Illusion. Darcy Oak, who was a contestant in the famous TV show British Got Talent, showed a magic feat in the show in which he got pigeons from burning feathers. Ever thought about how he'd managed to do it? Let us have a closer look at it. The wings he showed before lighting it up is actually a special type of paper known as flash paper. Flash paper is commonly used by magicians in magic tricks to create quick, large flashes of fire to hide out the quick moments to be seen by the audience that create an effective illusion from the audience, and Darcy Oak used this flash paper for the exact same purpose. Using a chance of a quick flash of fire, Darcy Oak quickly got the pigeons out of his left hand's secret sleeve pocket that we can see and appreciate here. So there's actually no magic, but just a quick momentum of time that helps the magicians to create the illusion. Look at the trick again. David Copperfield Death Saw. David Copperfield, a very popular classic time magician, performed the act of death saw magic in which he split apart himself in two pieces using a giant saw blade. That was a great piece of illusion created by him, but here's the actual secret behind it. It's not just Copperfield in this act alone, but he's supported by one of his assistants for the later part of his body. The actual positioning is done in such a way that together they just seem to be one single person. All the secret lies in the table beneath and the slight gap between the tables that can easily pass the saw blade through it. The body of Copperfield is bent into the table, while the upper body of the assistant is hidden in the table below. But in the end, hats off to the great piece of illusion and synchronization created by Copperfield. We've all been, at least once in our life, fooled into believing that it was really magic. Card from deck levitation. It's almost impossible to know what the other person is thinking or watching, but not too hard for a magician, we suppose. In this trick, the magician tells a volunteer from the audience to choose any random card from the deck and place it back on the deck. He then places the deck of cards into a glass and does some magical gestures with his hands, or maybe recites some magic spells, and the card which was chosen by the volunteer pops out. Now you must be thinking, how'd that happen? The secret lies here. The random card chosen from the deck was put back into the deck at a position where the magician wanted it to be. This special card is supported by a counterweight that moves the small pad upwards when the card is turned upside down. The pad has a small dot of wax that sticks to the card and moves the card upwards, making it pop out of the deck. And with that, it's now time for today's subscriber pick. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across a photo online and you want to know more details about it, just send it over to us. We might even feature it in a future video. Both of these pictures seem like they're photoshopped, but we get the idea behind them, as we've already shown you guys how the cutting in half trick works. Magicians who cut themselves in half are usually assisted by others to pull it off. As for levitating in the air, we've also seen how that works too. It's all illusions, so next time someone tries to trick you and take your money, make sure you expose them. Jamie Raven's Lemon Trick. Jamie Raven is a magician who is famous for his incredible acts on the TV show Britain's Got Talent. In his final round's magic act, he got a signed note by Alicia out from the lemon. It was kept intact in front of her since the start of the show. If you take a closer look at when he's folding the note, he had a palmed piece of paper in his hands that he instantly switches to and shows the people. Now with the signed note still in his hand, he takes the bag from Alicia and drops the note into the bag very quickly, and with an indication to the audience that there's nothing in his hands, he reaches to the bag, stuffs the lemon with the note, and takes it out very differently. He only shows one side of the lemon to the audience and cuts it very differently. Have you ever tried to cut a lemon like that? Now when Alicia took the note out of the lemon, he very quickly closes it and puts it away, so that his trick is not seen. But let us take a closer look at it. There is actually a hole in the lemon below, and it is clearly visible. It is this hole through which he stuffed the note inside the lemon, and the trick was created. Very clever though, isn't it? Which one of these did you find the most fascinating? Let us know in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.